What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610 and today we have our Yugioh Arc-V episode 42 and 43 review for you guys. I forgot what episodes that we were on, but I was late last week on getting the review, or I wasn't able to do a review last week, and this week I'm a little bit late too, so I just thought, let's go ahead and just combine them in one review today, and they kind of go together anyway, so I guess it works out, right? Just been busy with some stuff, so it's recently I haven't been able to get to these, but yeah, let's get started. First off, we have a lot of Battle Royale, so basically it's a lot of 2 vs 2 duels in both of these, and it's pretty interesting too, because now everyone's like in, going through the city, and it's kind of like Battle City on that, but of course with the solid vision, that they're able to kind of change it up, so like Yugioh's in a part where it's, where there's lava, and then there's Yuzu and Gogenzaka that are like in the snow, like Antarctica looking place. So, but they're still in the city, it's just like if it was like frozen over, or, you know, if there's lava going through a city. So it's kind of interesting that they changed up a little bit on that. It's kind of cool, and every card around there is kind of themed around it. So we have, first off we'll talk about Yugioh going against those 2 guys that are from the same school. The last guy he dueled against where he turned to evil for a little bit, or possessed, and had a Dark Rebellion Dragon. So anyway, he's afraid in this duel, of course, where he's afraid he's going to turn evil again on that, or whatever you want to call it. I just kind of refer to it as turning evil. And he's afraid the whole time, kind of holding back. And it doesn't work out for him too well in that, because these 2 guys are both going to duel against him at the same time, and not really fair on that either, how they're just able to do that. Both of them use fusion monsters too, and they use the effect of one of their monsters where at the end of the turn it does damage equal to the warriors on the field or something like that. So they're basically just like burning him for damage, not only being able to summon powerful monsters, and even being able to pendulum summon now. And no one's having a hard time learning how to pendulum summon either, except for one character, which we'll get to in a second. But I thought it was kind of interesting, because I really thought, you know, some of them would have trouble with pendulum summoning. But yeah, they're able to instantly go for these strong fusion monsters that do burn damage, and Yugioh only has like 200 life points left. And he's just, you can tell he's about to turn to darkness. But then this new character appears named Dennis, which, yeah, he ends up saving him. And that's pretty much what happened on episode 42 for Yugioh. You know, just basically getting destroyed on all that. But we'll pick up where we left off in episode 43. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about what happened with Yuzu and Gogenzaka. We have Yuzu going against the person that looks like they're from, like they're based on Aladdin, I guess. I keep seeing pictures on Facebook talking about that. I think his name's Hallie. I think his name's Hallie, something like that. And yeah, they actually used Legend and used a lot of genie cards and stuff, and actually have a fusion for Legend. So again, we're seeing an older monster return and have a fusion. So I thought that was kind of cool. So anyway, we see that actually does a little bit of burn damage as well and stuff too. And Yuzu's not doing too well against them. And this person is also they have more trouble with pendulum summoning. They just didn't put them in the right spots, and Yuzu has to help them out. And then just able to bring out a strong, like, I think it's like Red Legend or something like that was the name, and doing some damage. But then after that, Yuzu is thinking, well, she's able to finally pendulum summon, so she tries to, and then this kid has like a card that is able to take away one of her pendulums as well. So being able to take away pendulums and use it and everything too for them, yeah, unfortunate for Yuzu. She wasn't able to use pendulum summoning, so she was a little sad about that. But that was how this other guy was able to, of course, pendulum summon and go for Legend, and then all his fusions and everything. So pretty interesting duel on that. Then we see Yuzu like start falling down a cliff, and then we see, of course, where Gogenzaka versus Olga. Evidently, yeah, I think that's her name as well. I'm not good at remembering the names of minor characters really in this series, but she looks like she's from Frozen, so we have a little bit of Disney theme, I guess, on this. But yeah, they're in their duel, and Yuzu kind of interrupts it, and then it's basically ends up where it's Gogenzaka and Yuzu versus Olga and Hallie. Like I said, I think that was the name of the one that looks like Aladdin. I'm not sure on that, but yeah. So it ends up being a duel like that, and it looks like Olga is using synchro monsters too. So it's kind of cool to see a synchro user. So it's kind of cool to see fusions for fusions, synchros for synchros, I guess, then since she was going against Gogenzaka. But it ends up where they're going to end up teaming up and having a 2-on-2 duel as well. And now we go to episode 43, I guess. This is the one that's a little bit more fresh on my mind because I just watched it before this video. Finally got the chance to watch it. And on this we have Dennis, who saves Yugioh. He takes damage, though. He takes 2,000 damage for a penalty because he just joined the duel. I guess you can't just instantly play a card. You have to actually join and then play a card. So he kind of, I guess, broke the rules, so that's the reason he got 2,000 damage on that. But it saves Yugioh anyway on that, and I guess then he only has like 2,000 life points left. So it was pretty cool to see that, and he reminds me too of like the I can't remember the name of the guy from The Simpsons that like he always tries to kill Bart, like that same hairdo. I don't know, it seems similar to that to me, so I thought that was kind of funny. And evidently he's a big fan of Yugioh's dad, and he does a lot of entertainment duels and everything too. And he has a lot of cards that get rid of burn damage, because these guys are thinking, because they can just use the action spells to do damage to Yugioh and just win the duel, where he's able to like negate every damage they try to do, and even able to special summon monsters because of that damage. So then he's able to get 2 level 4 monsters on the field because they keep trying to use that fireball spell against Yugioh, and then he actually goes for a new Exceed monster. He's able to Exceed summon, and then that makes it where you can't use burn damage that is lower than this monster's attack. And you can see it's even like the opening and everything too. We're showing Yugioh's dad with that other monster. It's kind of the same thing because he joins with that monster too, and like it's riding or holding its hand kind of like flying. It's kind of an interesting thing. I think it's kind of cool that they're able to do that on this. And you can tell he's really similar to Yugioh's dad. I'm wondering how that's going to play out in the future, because I can see this guy actually, even though he seems like a cool character on this episode, I can see him becoming a villain in a way, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on that. Maybe he won't be, I'm kind of hoping he won't be a villain, but it kind of makes me wonder on that, you know, if he's kind of another sort of Sora character, I guess. But anyway, he helps Yugioh out with that, kind of helps build up his self-esteem again, and then we see Yugioh try to, you know, shake off everything that happened before, and then he goes for a pendulum summon using the new pendulums you get, and then he brings out 2 level 4 monsters and goes for Dark Rebellion Dragon again. And he almost loses himself to the darkness again, but Dennis is able to help him through it, and then with it, Dennis's monster is able to let another monster attack twice. Dark Rebellion powers up by using both of the monsters that the opponents both have, and then just able to attack twice, and I think has enough to instantly win against both of them. You know, it's like 4,000 damage, I think, even for both of them. So he ends up winning against both of them, and yeah, again, he shakes hands with Dennis, they talk a little bit, and like I said, I can see him becoming an enemy in the future. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And from what I saw of what's going to happen next episode, it makes me wonder a little bit more what's going to happen, the way he was talking to Yuzu. So I guess we'll see on that. I don't know. I don't read ahead, like I said. But then we go back to Gensuga and Yuzu going against, like I said, Frozen and Aladdin, I guess. And ends up they're not doing too well. Gensuga even losing on there. And I guess it's not really over, though, until both players lose. So as long as Yuzu wins, Gensuga will still be able to be in the tournament. Well, I was kind of wondering on how that would work, honestly, on there. So Yuzu is able to turn around, though, using her fusions. She takes out Olga using her Melodious fusion monster, and then even uses Diffusion on it, which is kind of cool to see Diffusion again. I don't think I've seen that in the anime in quite a while. And then bring her monsters back, and then attack, and then defeat, like I said, the Aladdin person, and able to defeat both of them. So it was kind of cool to see that. She was finally able to pendulum summon and everything, too. And it was kind of cool to see Synchros and Fusions team up again, but like I said, there was a lot of fusions used in these couple episodes. Seems like that's kind of the way of summoning we're seeing the most of. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. We see Gensuga and Yuzu, they get the pendulum cards that they won from it, and even Gensuga doesn't want to take both of them. He just goes in and just takes one, which is kind of silly. I mean, it is a tag duel. He saved her. She would have lost if he didn't help anyway, so I don't see why he felt that way. You know, it's kind of his attitude, though, and his personality on there, where he just hated to kind of take pity, I guess. But seriously, she would have lost if it wasn't for him too, so I don't really get that, but whatever. You know, anime characters, you never know what they're going to do. But yeah, we see what's going to happen next episode. We see also Shun in episode, I think, yeah, it was 43, where he ends up taking out like a bunch of those knight guys too, and going against them. I was kind of hoping we'd see what those knights were using, but I don't think we ever saw any of their monsters. I was wondering if they'd actually use noble knights or something. But he ends up destroying them easily, kind of off screen. And it looks like he's going to go against Sora in the next episode. We're going to see the return of Sora. Can't wait for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. Kind of a short summary, I know, but I'm trying to make up for missing 2 episodes. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought about these 2 episodes, if you liked them or not. They were pretty cool. It was cool to see a lot of tag dueling in a way. And can't wait to see more stuff in the future. I'm mainly interested to see what's going to happen against Sora vs. Shun. See maybe if he can redeem himself or what's going to happen. And maybe some new Fright for Monster or something. I don't know. I'm wondering what's going to happen on that. But yeah, tell me what you guys think on this. Of course, thank you for watching as always. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And of course, I will catch you guys later. See ya. Hope you guys have enjoyed my latest video. Be sure to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, as well as check out my other 2 channels, CyberKnight Games for Let's Plays, and also CyberKnight CCG for Card Fight Vanguard openings. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.